Call this meeting, you guys can see it, meeting to order on, P and Z meeting on Monday, December 22nd, 2025, 7 PM at Thompson Town Hall in the Merrill Snee Room, 815 Riverside Drive, and on Zoom, join Zoom meeting. The topic is planning and zoning regular meeting and et cetera, et cetera. So now that we got that done, we'll do call to order, and when we'll do a pledge of allegiance, and then I will do the call of order, so we can get this done and move on.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. First person on the agenda is, if you're present, if you're here, just say present and we'll go from there. Randy Blackmer. Brian Santos. Ray Williams.
Yeah.
Jane Salson.
Here.
Mike Krugel.
Yeah.
Dan Bennett.
Here.
Russ Robin. All right, we'll go to the alternates. Kaiser Levesque.
Here, Kaiser here.
He's in on Zoom, and Joseph Perotti Brown.
Here.
Thank you. We'll have Joseph Perotti Brown to sit in for Randy Blackmer. And Kaiser Levesque, you will sit in for Brian Santos.
Okay, sounds good.
Let me get that out of the way. The chairman's statement under citizen comments, state your name and address, 3 minutes speaking time unless otherwise directed by the chair. Please address your comments to the chair in a civil and respectful manner. I have one more, I jumped to the roll call, but that's okay. I have a letter I have to read in. Where did I put it? Hang on a minute, but that's the, thank you.
Got it?
I got it. No, this is a different letter. After I read the chairman's statement and everything, I need to read this in. And this was addressed to me today, and I think we have to kind of follow this real seriously. It's the chairman's statement regarding unofficial communication by commissioners. Now, this is something that was brought to my attention, and I had to think about this, and I need to address this in it. It is inappropriate for members of the commission, including the officers, to discuss any issue with members of the public outside the content of a meeting. If a resident comes to any commissioner trying to discuss an application or an agenda item or a potential complaint, the only safe response is to say the following: I can't legally discuss commissioner business outside a legal meeting. You can raise your concerns during citizen comments at a regular meeting, in person or online, or you can contact the staff at the town hall. The best way to think about it is that the commission does not exist unless they are seated at a public meeting. I want every commissioner to understand this. Any discussion going forward, anybody that comes up there and wants to talk, you ask your questions or whatever, you can't discuss about it. We'll refer it to the staff, and then it'll come to us. And I think this will eliminate a lot of this jibber jabber that's going on.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
who sent that to you?
I'm not going to tell you because that's between me and that person. And it's a very valid point. I sat in on with this person for almost 2.5 hours, and we talked about a lot of different things. A lot of good points were brought up. So going forward, I expect this to be done. We can talk about anything we want in these meetings, but it's the people on the outside, and then next thing you know, we got all kinds of things going down the road saying this, saying that, saying that. I'm looking to, let's try to alleviate that. And let's just make sure it comes to these meetings. Then we can discuss anything we want and handle it. So if you feel, I know you're not gonna like it, but I have to do what I think is best to keep some transparency going in this planning and zoning meeting. So I thank you for that. And the other thing before we get into to a public hearing, this letter was given to us, it was given to me just a few minutes ago and before the meeting started, is from the Killing Engineering Associates. And it says, "Dear Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the Thompson Business Park LLC, we hereby, I don't know how, hereby grant the Planning and Zoning Commission a 35-day extension and request opening up the public hearing on the reference application and also for the hearing site plans review application on the same." And it says we will attend the December 22nd meeting for a short discussion on this matter. Please feel to contact if there's any questions. Respectfully, Norman Tebow Jr., I guess, PE. So we'll be going into Article 3. Agenda 3, public hearing on application P&Z 2537. Applicant Thompson Business Park LLC, property owner of 0 Reardon Road, map 65, block 100, lot 40, zone BDD, 10.74 acres. Request to conduct earth, sand, and gravel extraction and removal of approximately 37,000 cubic yards of soil material in conjunction with construction of a mini storage facility according to zoning regulations, Article 14275-14.3. Now, with the letter I just read, I believe, and if I'm understanding, I think the gentleman is here for him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yeah, for the record, Norm Tebow, Killingly Engineering Associates. I think as the commission knows, last month we had the application tabled due to we actually posted the sign a day late. So seeing that this was probably an application that was going to have some visibility and there may be public interest in it, we felt it was best to just table it until this month. So I spoke with Cindy after that, and I said, should I renotice people? She says, no, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. She forwarded a memo to me later on that said I should change the date on the sign, which I overlooked, quite frankly. So last week, Cindy called me up and said, hey, you never changed the date on the sign. And I said, well, we discussed not renoticing. She goes, yeah, but the memo that I sent you said you should change the date on the sign. And I did not do that. So to keep things on the up and up, I just said, well, we'll table it one more time. I granted the extension for you to open the public hearing. And next month, I am going to actually renotice people. I just think it's appropriate to do so.
Okay. We'll make sure this letter of yours gets on file for there. So that's what it. So we're actually extending this for another 35 days. Is that correct, Ms. Dunn?
Yeah, you're extending it, your 65 days is up December 31st. So with that note, you can continue the public hearing to open the public hearing to January 26th.
So we're just going to continue.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Perotti.
I move that we table the opening of the public hearing for application 2537 to our regular meeting on January 26, 2026.
I'll second it.
Okay. The open public hearing has been extended to January 22nd.
We're going to vote on that.
And
Second.
Mr. Chair, to be clear, the public hearing has never been opened. Is that correct?
Yes, we're just extended. Continue it.
We are tabling the opening until the January meeting.
I got a second, James Salsi, Joseph Perotti Brown. Okay. Now we need to vote on it. And we'll start with you, Mr. Williams.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Mike Rogo, yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Dave,
Dave Plosky, yes.
Ryan,
Ryan Canoyer, yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Joseph Brody Brown,
Yes.
and John B. Linky, yes. It's unanimous. That one is done. All right, we'll go on to the next one. Number 4, discuss public hearing. Oh, sorry, back up one. P and Z 2539 applicant Ross and Construction Corp. Owner of 0 Aquatic Town Farm Road, map 162, block 11, lot 12G, zone RRAB, 4.44 acres. Request for a 3-lot subdivision according to the Town of Thompson subdivision regulation, Article 3.
Mr. Chair, make a motion, we open the public hearing, PZC 2539.
All right, Dave Poplawski makes the motion to open it to a public hearing,
I'll second.
and James seconds it. And Dan, yes,
Yes.
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 Kaiser,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Joseph Brody Brown,
Yes.
Mike Krugel,
Mike Rogo, yes.
Jane,
Yes.
and Ray,
Yes.
and John B. Linky, yes, it's unanimous, so we continue. So that's the one we were told to keep the material from last month. And who, Jane, you're up.
Well, you have to go to number 4. And discuss public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We opened the
No.
public hearing.
Yeah, the public hearing is open. We're still in item 3B,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
The public hearing for application 25-39.
Yes.
Yes, that's the Ross and Court.
Thank
That's the
you.
one. I didn't move on to the next one yet, I know that.
No, that's great.
You're up.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good evening, I'm representing Gary Rawson for the proposed 3-lot re-subdivision.
Oh, wait a minute, that's Aquatic Town Farm Road, sorry. With,
I thought
with,
you just opened that one.
Yes.
yes, you're right, correct. I gotta get these numbers straight, we gotta straighten this out, I'm going to the next one automatically. All right, go ahead, I'm sorry, Jane, go ahead.
So this.
Janet, I'm sorry.
The,
Jane,
this is a 4.4 acre project, even though the address is 0 Aquatic Town Farm Road, it's actually right into LeClaire Road is where the driveway is, and where the property is. So this just for a little bit of history, this surrounding land was 120 acres owned by Marie LeClaire. And it was subdivided into 6 lots in 2011. And those 6 lots mostly have frontage on Aquatic Town Farm Road. And as part of that subdivision, Mrs. LeClaire donated 71 acres to the Wyndham Land Trust to fulfill the open space requirements. Quite a generous contribution, and it's adjacent to Aquatic State Forest. So this evening, this was originally just one lot, and because of your regulations now allows shared driveways, the proposal is to split that, re-subdivision and split that one lot, which is now known as 12G. Into 3 lots. This is a blow-up of the survey plan. You can see the wetlands are highlighted in blue, the property to be subdivided in yellow. And one interesting thing that happened between 2011 and now is FEMA extended their floodplains. When this subdivision was approved, the floodplain was only around the wetland, and the proposal to get to this property was to construct a driveway along the wetland where there was an existing culvert. When the FEMA redid the flood lines, they extended it to the extent that it's in pink, so it goes up into the property more, and that necessitated moving the driveway from the southern end of the property up along the northern, parallel to the northern line. You can see very clearly that that's the narrowest part of the floodplain, and the Wetlands Commission was extremely interested in pretty much directed us to relocate the driveway from where it had been originally proposed. This, I forgot to mention, this is in the rural residential agricultural district. The shared driveway will be parallel to the northern property line, and this patch area is basically the shared driveway and access easement. We did submit the easement language to Cindy and they used the template that's proposed in the town subdivision regulations for the shared driveway, the access easement. Over to the site development plan, which really has details the project. It shows the proposed driveway. It's about 700 feet long, 16 feet wide, as per your shared driveway regulations. Driveways that are longer than 500 feet require a vehicle pull-off area. And that's shown on the plan here. And that actually turned out to be like a really good spot for a vehicle pull-off area, because the way the driveway is graded, it comes up the hill to here and then down to the intermittent stream crossing. So it's like right in the top of the hill with really good visibility. We have the vehicle pull-off area. There'll be a proposed culvert at this intermittent water course, and that was extensively reviewed by the Wetlands Commission, and they approved that. They have some conditions of approval about inspections and stuff on the culvert. This soil for this project is well-drained sand and gravel, so it's very suitable for on-site septic systems, and they were all approved by the Northeast District Department of Health. And also the only impervious area proposed on this whole project would be the 3 roof troughs. The driveway will be gravel, and so there'll be a lot of infiltration that will just happen on the site. It's not anticipated that any runoff will leave the site. The next 2 sheets, like if you're familiar with it all, plan sets, we have our details, like there's a profile of the shared driveway, which is kind of the up and down I was referring to. So the vehicle passing area will be at the top of that hill. On the profile, we have culvert cross sections, and then I got a septic system information on the final sheet with the calculations, the test figures. So this project has received approval by the Thompson Wetlands Commission, by the Northeast District Department of Health. We believe it meets all the requirements of the town's subdivision regulations. And now we'll open ourselves up to any questions or comments.
Yeah, I've got one. Can you expand on the wetlands approval? Can you discuss it a little bit further? It was kind of vague. I also would want to hear more about whether they did an actual site walk. What was their process? Did they go out onto the site? Did they walk it? Did they take photos, or what did they do?
Oh, yes. The Wetlands Commission is extremely familiar with this property. The chairman and the wetlands agent have been on the property several times. I'm not sure if any other commission member were there. Cindy was there. Yeah. Okay, they were all there.
Sorry, Gary Ross on Lodi Road, Thompson. I met the entire commission there on Saturday morning. They walked the whole property. I said wetlands crossing, and their eye blew up, and they all showed up and gave me their blessing, and off we went.
Yeah. Early on in the process, we had dialogue with with Margaret Washburn, the town's wetland agent, about the floodplain. And so because of crossing the floodplain and doing some filling in the floodplain, we have an area where we're gonna do a little bit of excavation for flood compensatory storage. Actually covered, because if you are, filling up a section of the floodplain, you're removing that from available storage in case a flood comes. So to make up for that, you can excavate adjacent to the floodplain in a non-wetland, non-floodplain area. So that will make up for any storage. So, we went over those calculations with the Wetlands Commission. The culvert is a metal arch culvert with a relatively flat bottom that'll be buried 6 inches into the ground, so it'll be filled up with sand to mimic like a natural sand and gravel substrate of the intermittent water course.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Janet.
Are there any other questions from the commission or?
I make a motion, we accept, we pass this.
We accept the public hearing.
PZ 2539.
And
Second, does anybody else?
Your
have
motion is to
questions?
approve, right? Is that what
Yes,
it's-
to approve it.
Anybody else with questions on this?
Excuse me.
Kaiser or Joseph Brody Brown, you have any questions?
Not, well, actually, yes, I do. Sorry, and then I have a point of order question. Cindy in her memo indicated a question about water resource for emergencies, and I apologize if I missed that. Ms. Blanchett, was that discussed?
No, thank you for reminding me. This property is really close to Aquatic Reservoir, both on Brandy Hill Road and through the state park. So in case there's, any kind of fire, there's a very reliable water body nearby where the trucks can.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Chairman, I believe the proper order would be to close or make a motion to close the public hearing when we're ready to do so. And then any possible action would be on the next agenda item.
Thank you, Joseph.
So do you want to change your motion?
Yes, I changed my motion to close the public hearing.
Ray makes the motion to close the public hearing,
Second, share.
seconded by Mike Krugel. We'll start with you again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair,
Go
again, just
ahead, Joe.
a discussion before we vote. I just want to make sure anyone in the not just the commission, but any of the public has had a chance to speak to this matter.
I did ask that question.
Great, thank you, Mr. Chair.
I do not see any hands up in the Zoom room.
That was my next question to you. So now we have that. We'll start with Dan.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Dave Plowski, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Mike Vogel, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
Joseph Brody Brown,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
John B. Linky, yes. Unanimous. All right, we're on to our next one. Next agenda is discuss public hearing. You're up. Thank you, Janet.
Excuse me, Jim.
Yes, go for it.
Was that to close, that vote to close the public hearing, or was
Yes.
that vote
Yes.
to vote on the application?
No, to close the public.
Close it.
Well, when are you gonna vote on the application? Because this is when you're supposed to.
Yes.
No, Cindy, now we get to the discussions and possible actions on the public hearings. We're in item 4 now. So there was, so,
Discuss decision, yeah.
yeah, so we have done that after closing public hearings. Typically, the way we've done it is to have all the public hearings and then have all the discussion. Right.
Thank you, Joseph. All right, we got P and Z 2527 applicant Thompson Business Park LLC, property owner 0 Ridden Road, map 65, block 100, lot 40, zone BDD, 10.74, 8 acres, request to conduct earth, sand, and gravel extraction and removal of approximately 37,000 cubic yards of soil material in conjunction with the construction of a mini storage facility according to zoning regulation article 14275-14.3. Need a motion?
Well, Mr. Chair, as there was no public hearing.
Okay, I'm
no-
sorry. So we just. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna.
But John, that's the one you tabled, so now you
Yeah,
can skip
yeah.
ahead to discussion of this
Well, it's-
hearing.
All right. It's tabled. That's the one that's gonna be brought up
Mhm.
next month. On the January meeting. Now we'll do application PZ 2539, applicant Rawson Construction, owner of 0 Aquatic Town Farm Road, map 162, block 11, lot 12G, zoned RRAD. 4.44 acres, request for a 3-lot subdivision according to the Town of Thompson subdivision regulations, Article 3. P&Z 2539, action and discussion and decision.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Cindy, so the easement. The easement doesn't take place until the second property owner would come in, right? Because the first property owner would just own the whole driveway. And then once the second house is built and sold, that's when the easement would take place, right? And have to be
Right, yeah.
filed on the deeds. Okay. So I don't know if we have,
Go ahead, finish with.
I don't know if, so do we have to? Is it just an automatic like waiver for the first house that they don't have to file the easement? Or is it just known? We don't have to put a condition or anything on it, do we?
Well, I think there's 3 people doing the easement, right? So one person there now.
It's a requirement in your regulations that the easement and the Mylar be filed like at the same time, so nobody could forget,
Oh, okay, so even though they're not sold,
correct?
okay, all right. So you're filing it onto the deeds of the lots even before they're sold, so that'll be on that deed. Okay,
Correct.
I understand, thank you.
Saves time and paperwork or whatever you want, instead of going through the process of 3 different, would that be correct?
Yes, and to make sure it doesn't get forgotten.
Forgot, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I wasn't sure if we had to put a condition on it to make sure, just to remind everyone, but thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
thank you. Anybody else from the commission?
Been by, seen it, looks like it's got some real nice gravel on that, what it putting it in and I don't know.
There's not too many places left in town that got good gravel. All right. And now we need to,
I make a motion, we approve P&Z 25-39, Rawson Construction Group, 0 Aquatic Town Farm Road.
second,
I'll second that.
we'll start with you, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane's also yes.
Mike Kugel, yes.
Dan,
Dan Bennett, yes.
Dave Pelkey, yes.
Ryan Canary, yes.
Mike, Joseph Brody Brown,
Yes,
Kai Zaw,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
and John B. Linky, yes. That's unanimous. It's approved. Now we go on to item 5, citizen comments. Any citizens here got something to say? Or in Zoom, any hands up?
Not yet.
Not yet? Well, we'll give them a minute or so. All right, hearing none, we'll move on to item 6, approved minute. First one on the list is the P&Z subcommittee meeting on November 13th, 2025.
Did you not approve those at your last meeting?
I think we did
I
too.
think you would have had to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right.
Then why have we got it on this agenda?
Because I did the agenda and I'm not the recording secretary, so. Because we don't have one anymore.
Okay, so
So that's wrong.
So
Did he do it before them?
we did vote on it last month.
Okay, Yeah, thank you.
It seems like you must have. It's easy enough to double check, and if it turns out that they weren't approved,
So
you can always
we
put them
just
on your
might as well-
January meeting with a note.
on November 24th. We got the P and Z regular meeting of December 24th, 2025.
Mr. Chair,
Great.
Go ahead.
just reviewing again the minutes for the November 24th meeting, the November 13th subcommittee is not in the November 24th minutes. So it does not appear that they were approved.
Huh?
Thought we did.
I thought we voted on them.
Definitely brought up last meeting.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I have the minutes right here, so let me see what you voted on. All right, public hearing, secretary,
Yep.
let's see. Oh, no.
Hang on there, Mr. Brody, Brown, you,
I see subcommittee meetings for October 16th. I do not see any for November, unless that is a typo as well.
Yeah, you're right, there's only, P and Z minutes October 27th and.
That would be on page-
16th, that's it, that's all that's in the minutes.
it's on page.
So you did get it right, Cindy.
Thank you.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it's on, that would be on page 3, correct?
Yes,
All right. So that's the one we don't have, we need to correct into this for from the November 24th, but anyway. All right. Okay, that's. We're all set there. Next one is the P and Z meeting. Regular meeting of November 24th.
Mr. Chairman, I have corrections,
On which one?
the one you just, P and Z meeting November 24th,
I,
isn't that what you just said?
yes,
Page 5. PZC application 2539, Austin Construction Company. The second part, Mr. Krugel moves to approve PZ application 2539. It is not to approve it, the motion was made to open the public hearing December 22nd, 25.
well,
And
first of,
actually,
we-
Cindy, even to clarify, to accept for public hearing.
Public hearing, okay, to accept for public hearing.
here we go. First of all, we needed a motion to see if we're gonna accept it, the November 24th meeting. And then we could have discussed
Okay.
any amends
Okay.
to it,
Motion to accept the minutes. November 20th.
November 24th.
Second.
November 13th
November 13th?
is the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, but it
Well,
was,
she's got questions on the 24th. The 13th is the one we just went through the subcommittee, wasn't it?
that wasn't supposed to be put in. The
Oh.
13th wasn't supposed to be sent to us.
So based on the discussion that you guys just had, in fact, there is no record that you approved the
November 13th.
13th minutes,
13th. So we
which
gotta do
means
that
that
one
you
first.
would want to approve them here and then move on to your next.
So the 24th, yeah.
I'll make the motion that we approve the subcommittee meetings of November 13th.
Jane. Motion,
I'll second, can't.
and what was Dave?
I can't, I didn't attend, so.
I didn't attend either.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's right, I didn't attend either.
There you go.
I
I was just gonna get to you.
Yeah,
What we got?
So
And you
for-
didn't
for whenever
attend.
it
No, I was at
works
the
for
It
you,
should have
Chairman.
been, should have been because of the subcommittee.
Kai was there.
You got Kai's?
We had Kai's, there was me,
Yeah,
I was there.
Ryan,
Santos
this
is
is
there, but
great.
he's not here.
Randy. was-
Yeah, that's
Randy
right.
was there, but he's not here.
Yeah,
So
So
what
for
do you need from a person that was there?
we're just trying to get it. That we only had 5 people that night, we had that subcommittee. And it should have been in the minutes of the meeting of the 24th. Correct?
we just
Correct.
need
Is to,
Yeah,
It's the second.
to second,
The
to
second.
second Ryan's,
I'll second it.
okay.
okay,
Okay, so it was Cornoyer moves, Orlovac seconds,
yep,
the approval of the November 13th subcommittee meetings.
correct.
Okay. Just before you move on to the vote, just so you guys know, you may in fact vote on meeting minutes for meetings that you don't attend if you have listened to the recording.
Yes,
That,
yes,
you can do that.
Yeah.
yes.
I would also add that, the editors didn't catch that either during the edit, so let's try to tighten that up all around.
So with your motion and everything, then you have that into the motion, amendment to the motion because it wasn't caught.
Yeah.
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 Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm
We,
gonna accept the correction, we'll add it, add it into the minutes for December as a correction to the November meeting.
So there's only 5 of us. And I don't see the 5 here, so that's gonna be. Well, if
The
you,
greater point is that the staff has the ability to suggest edits and
What's that?
none of us caught it, so I'm just saying that we should. tighten it
The
up.
thing that Ryan's talking about is on the 24th meeting, not the 13th.
no, that's the 13th meeting should have been in
Yes.
the November
been-
20th.
Yes.
That's the correction we're trying to make.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and out of that, all right, it should have been
I got you. I
discussed.
thought he was talking about,
No, not the
correction that
20.
Cindy wanted on.
No, that's the 24th, I get it. So Ryan and me and Kai is the only 3. So, you wanna call it a unanimous, which is
So
hard to do.
if the 3 of you vote to approve the minutes and the rest of you note that you have abstained, that will
Right,
be fine.
right, three in favor and go ahead, you were for the 13th. Dan, you abstain, are you saying you abstain? Dave,
Lebowski abstained.
Mike Bill abstain.
Jane Salsey abstained.
Ray Williams abstained.
we got 5 abstain,
Oh,
5
yes.
abstain. 5 abstain. And 3, okay. All right. Now we move on to the P and Z regular minutes of November 24th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Cindy has corrections. She was starting her
You want the
corrections.
correction before the motion or after the motion?
You can go either way. If you want to do it,
Before the motion.
huh? Do it before the
All right,
motion,
so
okay?
that's the first correction.
That was page 5, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But
Page
next,
7. After A, the first, Brian Santos comment, it should be limited enterprise permit. That is totally wrong. You're talking about the wrong thing. That's, that was Eastwood Thompson, the solar panel, discussion. And that has nothing to do with the limited enterprise permit. Don't know why that got in there. So Brian Santos comments amend special permit. And take out comments, it should be a limited enterprise permit. I don't know what that is.
Well, that.
That applies to the 41,
He
or
was,
41 Hill.
yeah, that was before, Hill Road.
No,
Yeah, that's when Brian brought that up. That was.
It would have had to have been.
okay,
What was that again?
well,
The correction is on the Santos comment about limited enterprise permit and it applies to 41 Case Road, not to Eastwood Thompson, Hill Road, excuse me. That's right, 41 Hill Road. So again, when I'm doing the minutes and sending out drafts, please try to actually read the copies and suggest those in real time, so we don't have to make corrections. That would be helpful.
okay, and not finished. Come on, open it. Oh, there was another one. Okay, I went to page 6. Under my ZEO report, the first line, it says Crowan site plan review recommended. I didn't discuss Crowan under my ZEO report. He was discussed under old business.
On the minutes, during the recording, it was actually discussed, under your report, it just dragged on. It wasn't part of your formal one, but it did,
No.
it was discussed.
Okay. All right, so you're saying that's not
I
done.
listened to the recording, I don't know if you did, but on the recording, it does say that.
Okay. And then the bottom, it says CZO report for further details. Further details on what? That's just my question. What was further details? Because we go from pro and site plan review recommended to ZO comments that we have a Mylar to sign, and then it says CZO report for further details. And
I just wrote, see your report for details, because I didn't want to write all the stuff in the
Oh.
report, because you put out a memo, so that serves as correspondence.
Okay,
That's-
all right,
that
I-
fills in that, so.
Okay.
It's a one-liner instead of writing
So
a
it's-
memo like this, this line, to put it into the minutes.
Yeah. Probably should say
It's just
CEO memo.
efficiency.
Should probably say CZO memo.
CEO memo, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Classify those.
that's it, I'm done.
So take the further details off, just say CEO report
CEO
of it.
report, yeah.
memo.
Thank you for your time.
No charge.
Okay.
All right. Do I have a motion? We have Ryan motion, Kaiser seconds it. No, wrong. Now I need a motion on the P and Z regular meeting of November.
I'll make the motion to accept the meeting minutes of the meeting for the November 24th, 2025.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Mike Kruger. Okay. I will, is there anything else that needs to be said from any other commission? Okay, so are you, Dan?
Dan Bennett, yes.
Dave Pelkey, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Mike Rogel, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Joseph Brody Brown,
While I have listened to the recording, as I wasn't a member of the commission at that time, I will abstain.
and that's a good one. I like that. Thank you. One abstain and John B. Lanky, yes. So we have eight, it passed with 8 and with 1 abstain.
John,
Yeah,
make a motion that we accept amendments to the minutes. You gotta make because she amended the minutes.
we did it before we went into. No.
We never made a motion to accept the
Okay.
amendments.
All right. Ray and Mike, right? Mike K. Ray makes the motion, MK makes the seconds it to amend the motion of the November meetings of November 24th, 2025. Any other further discussion? Hearing none. Start with you, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ryan,
Ryan Canori, yes.
Dave
Dave.
Pelkey, yes.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Kaiser. Joe Brody.
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Okay. Joseph Brody Brown
Yes.
and John B. Lincoln, unanimous. All right, here we go. Moving right along here. The next article up, applications received. P and Z 25-34, applicant Thompson Business Park LLC, property owner 0 Reardon Road, map 65, block 100, lot 40, Z, zone ZDD, 10.74 acres. Request approval of a 259 unit self-storage facility constructed in 2 phases according to the zoning regulations, Article 10, 275-10.2, number 20.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
I believe, according to the ZEO, I believe the applicant is looking to have this discussed at the same time as their other application before us. So with that in mind, I would move to table this to our January 26th, 2026 regular meeting.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I
And
was
I'll
just,
second it. He made the motion, I'll second it.
table it to the next meeting of January 20. Oh, I just 26, thank you. January 26.
And Mr. Lake, if you just want to make sure that I have accurately reflected the applicant's wishes, I don't want to send him away if he was planning on the application going forward tonight. No, but he looks content to leave, I guess.
And Jane, you seconded it, right?
Yeah.
Norm, I think that question was for you, actually.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I think he's just setting up his next presentation, Joe.
I was saying, I mean.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Because you just threw us all off.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What was your Joe, what was your
Wanted to
question?
combine that too.
Yes, I just feel it's appropriate because, you know, we do have to remove that 37,000 cubic yards of material in order to construct the mini storage facility. So
Perfect.
it didn't really make sense to you know, get approval for the mini storage facility and then come back next month and, you know, for some reason or another, the excavation was not approved. So I just felt that though it would be best just to do them in conjunction with each other.
Two birds with one stone.
Exactly.
Anybody got questions?
No?
No? Michael, Jane,
No
Ray,
questions? No.
Mr. Brown?
All right, is this the vote on the motion to table?
Well, if you had a question to ask him before we make the motion to table it to the next month.
No.
Guys,
No, I'm set.
okay. So the motion was made to table at P and Z 25-34 to January 22nd. 26th, why you got 22nd on my mind?
Just today's.
I know.
Today.
No, I got
So easy.
something else on my mind too, but January, but to the January 26th meeting. Start with you, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Mike Kergel, yes.
Ryan.
Carr, yes.
Dave Popolski, yes.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Kaiser Levesque.
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Mr. Brown
Yes.
and John B. Lincoln. Unanimous.
Cindy,
Yeah.
our paperwork said to keep the site plan from the November meeting. I didn't get one, so if I can swing by at some point and pick up a site plan for that application. Thank you.
That'll be taken care of. Matter
You
of
have
fact,
You have it?
I got,
All right, plan for Joe.
and you also need to do for Steve Nickerson, because he will be available after the first of the year.
And Steve. Okay, very good.
So that's the only two I think we need to get done.
Yeah, because Randy and Brian were here.
Is that correct, DC?
I think you're correct.
All right. All right, so that is done. Now we go on to the next applicant. P and Z 25-41 applicant Gregory Munford, property owner 120 Aquatic Town Farm Road, map 154, block 7, lot 17, zone RRAD. 1.851 acres, request to subdivide property into 2 lots according to the Town of Thompson subdivision regulation, Article 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Norm Tebow, Killingley Engineering.
Oh, I
Associates.
thought you were getting ready to leave.
I was hoping to, but let's get this done first.
Go for it.
All right, I'm here representing Greg Mountford this evening. Mr. Mountford is also here in case there are some questions I can't answer. This property is known as 120 Aquatic Town Farm Road. There is actually an existing house on the property right now, which we're showing as 154-1. That's 0.933 acres. And what we are doing is we are subdividing a 40,000 square foot lot shown as 154-2 off of this lot. Prior to this subdivision, a third lot or a first split was done, or a free split. This parcel B that you see here, because this property did qualify for a free split. So although that's not part of this application, that was done under the review of the town's agents. And we meet the zoning regulations, the plan was filed, and I believe Mr. Mountford has begun construction on that lot as well. So what we're showing is a single family home here, on-site septic. We have really great soils on this site. They're all Hinkley sands and gravels. And we are going to be removing a little bit of the hillside and back of the house here to give a little more yard. It's not a lot of excavation though. It's only about 50 to 60 cubic yards that'll be taken off site in order to develop the site. The project has been reviewed by the Northeast District Department of Health. We do have an approval letter from them that says lot 154-2 requires a professional engineer design and submit an individual plot plan for review and approval prior to construction. The proposed lot is based on a 3-bedroom home at the location tested. If the number of bedrooms is increased, septic system sizes will require an increase per the technical standards. And lastly, if the proposed septic area is moved, additional testing may be required. So I have a copy of that to hand in for the record.
Thank you.
All right. There are no wetlands on the site. We did submit the application for an agent approval on this. Cindy informed me today that we are, I think that the word was good to go.
Right.
What she told me when we first started here.
It's in the minutes, the Woodlands Commission minutes 12/9/25, and it said no wetlands on site. And I have it right here. I'm going to put it in the records.
Yeah, it was looked at by Joseph Thoreau, who was a professional soil scientist, and made that determination and wrote a letter to the record. As I said, it's the site is all sand and gravels. We are showing silt fence down gradient at the limits of clearing, and anti-tracking construction entrance from Aquatic Town Farm Road. We do have Fred Davis Road just to the west of the site, but and I believe the 5 Mile River is just past that. But the access will be from Aquatic Town Farm Road there. And the last sheet of the plans just shows you typical septic details. We have the soil testing results, the percolation tests, and the depot results, the standard D box and 1,000-gallon tank, as well as bituminous concrete pavement for driveway, paved apron detail, your typical details that go with a single home construction. A couple of the comments that Cindy had, one of them that we referred to the agent of the town of Plainfield was a typographical error, so we'll correct that. Secondly, there was a question regarding fire protection. Since this is just a single family home here, we're not proposing any large development, so we're not proposing a cistern or a fire pond of any type. We just feel as though a pump truck would be more than appropriate for a single family home. I'd be happy to answer any questions
Anybody?
commission may have.
Jane?
Cindy,
Go ahead.
Cindy, your questions are all answered. You're good.
Yes, and when the Mylar comes in, I will check that and make sure that it's town of Thompson opposed to town of Plainfield.
Plainfield, yeah. Okay. No, that's it. Just want to make sure. Cindy.
I make enough copy and paste mistakes to know that that's copy and paste mistake.
I hear you. I'm good, thank you.
I was just gonna ask you, you want to do a motion on this?
I'll make a motion that we like, we approve PZC 25-41 for Gregory Montford, 120
Wrong one.
Town Farm Road.
Wrong one, 2534.
No, it's 25-41.
Yeah, it's confusing the way
Oh,
things are.
sorry.
It's confusing.
We gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
trying to
confusing.
change it. I don't know what you got.
That's okay.
So I was.
So no, you're correct.
You're right.
You're correct.
All right, that's my motion.
If you look at it the way that. it's
I see how
set,
you can mistake it, yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be better.
We gotta
delineation.
sit down and figure this out, BC.
Okay,
All right?
All right,
all
I'll
right,
second that.
All right, well, Dave's got the motion. And you second it. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Start with you, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Mike Kruger, yes.
Ryan,
Ryan Canori, yes.
Dave Pelosky, yes.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levak, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
and John B. Lincoln, yes. It's unanimous. On to the next one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, happy.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stay out of trouble.
Bye.
Bye.
P and Z 20, P and Z C 25-43, applicant Town of Thompson Planning and Zoning Commission, 815 Riverside Drive, according to the Town of Thompson zoning regulations, Article 3, 275.3.6. Amend to the regulations. 275-14.7, retail alcohol and adult use cannabis. D, temporary moratorium on cannabis micro cultivators, indoor and outdoor. 4A, this moratorium shall be extended starting from the effective date of March 21st, 2026, and remain in effect for a period of 12 months or until the adoption of the revised zoning regulations addressing micro cultivators, whichever comes first. And 6, effective date. This regulation shall take effect on March 21st, 2026, following a publication in accordance with the Connecticut law.
I make a motion that we accept 25-34 for a public hearing. I
43.
mean, that one. Yeah,
43.
43.
I'll second it.
All right. Any further discussion on it? All right. We'll take a vote on it. We'll start with you, Dan.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Dave Pelosky, yes.
Ryan Canori, yes.
Mike Kruger, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
Kaiser Levesque,
Kaiser Levak, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
and John B. Lincoln, yes. It's unanimous. Yeah, right, we got all of that. Now we go to the next one. P and Z 25-44. Applicant Yamilka Costello. I think I said that correctly.
Yes, Castillo.
Castillo,
Theo.
property owner, Wickford Realty of 1017 Riverside Drive, map 59, block 61, lot 61, zone DMRD, 1.261 acres, request use for structure to open and encounter church, according to the zoning regulations, Article 12, 275-12.2, table of permit uses, number 27. Any other uses not anticipated in these regulations, but reasonably related to the intent purpose of the district.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
I move to accept application 25-44 for public hearing at our regular meeting on January 26, 2026.
I'll second it, John.
Okay. And Jane. And, no further discussion, I believe. So we'll start with you, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Mike Turtle, yes.
Dan,
Canori, yes.
Dave Plusk, yes. Dan Bennett, yes.
Kaiser Levesque,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
and John B. Linky, yes, it's unanimous. Number 8. Applications received after the agenda. I
Yeah.
believe there's,
Yeah, I took the day off today for personal reasons, but I did happen to drop into the office and there was this application on my desk. It is, from 41 Hill Road. It is neighborhood limited enterprise, application. I believe I put my cover letter to email to him on December 5th, requesting information no later than December, 15th, except I forgot to put 2025. I put 20. But I did talk to him after December 15th, and at that time, he said that he was not going to pursue the neighborhood limited enterprise because he was looking at other property. I recommend no action on this application because it's incomplete, totally incomplete. I have it, but it's incomplete. So you'll be seeing it in January 26th.
Maybe, can I just?
Sure.
Go for it, Dan, you can speak.
If he said he's not gonna pursue it, then why are we gonna see it? What
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah.
Because he brought the application in today,
What's the changes?
Oh, okay.
because he's changed his mind
Okay.
after,
So we
I did.
don't need to take
But
any
we're not gonna
action
talk
on
about
it.
today. Doesn't-
well, that's later on in the agenda, so
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I have not reviewed this application. So, my recommendation is, don't discuss it. I didn't make any copies.
Anybody else?
What, the moot point?
About the hard copy of your minutes,
Hang on.
Well,
of your,
that's on the agenda to discuss.
Go ahead, Mr.
I just want to point out that the applicant is in the Zoom room. If there are any questions for him under this item or where 41 Hill Road appears under.
Old business.
So I just want to let you know he's
Okay.
here.
Just, what's his last name?
Crone.
Ryan Crone. You may, speak up in this meeting and give your, point of view. It's okay. There's nothing else we can do about it. So we have,
Valerie has a comment.
she doesn't think he can hear us.
Ryan, are you there and able to hear us? Can you respond just to let us know if you can hear the people in the room? You are not on mute.
Where is he? This guy.
I am not gonna turn around and look.
Okay,
I'll let you look.
let's see.
Looks like him.
Excuse
No,
me.
The
that is
picture
good.
resembles him. I just want to get you to turn around and look.
I'm gonna go out on
No.
a limb and say he actually isn't able to respond to us because he is not on mute.
Okay,
And I know the mic and speaker are working because I tested them earlier, so,
Valerie heard us.
and Valerie heard. So I'm just gonna guess that Mr. Crone is unable to respond for some reason.
then we can put it off.
Anyway, Cindy's recommending no action on the application.
No
I
action.
just wanted to let you guys know that he's.
And it's incomplete.
So it's a moot point. We don't need to do anything.
No,
Done, go to the next item.
and we'll let you and Miss Terry get together and find out what his intentions are.
Well,
I know what the application is incomplete and a few other things.
it's my responsibility to review the application.
I'm not taking that away from you.
Okay.
So you need to follow up, whatever it takes. So we got no other discussion on it. Let's move on to number 9. And it's the report of officers and staff. You're up, Mr. Canoia.
Yeah, sure. So, we'll start off with the budget. We have a total in the account of available budget is $32,024.59. We've used 35.8%. Biggest expenditure this month is the long-awaited Owl Labs. Despite having to wait and have all kinds of pushback for a long time, it finally got through. So now we can have proper town meetings and people can actually hear us in the Zoom room. So congratulations to the town. I think the town wins in this case.
Love it.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That
Thank
was a good PO to sign.
Where is it?
Thank you, Nick. And to go through the expenditures, we just had a few small items. There was a $40 plaque paid for Alvin Hill from when we did that ceremony recently when JBL had purchased that. Thank you, JBL, again for taking care of that. We have the salaries, and we do have one thing that's worth bringing up is we had a resignation from the recording secretary. So, whether or not he was efficient or not was probably
That's
not worth discussing, but he's not going to be around anymore. He did put in his letter as of the 24th. So.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
That's really
Well,
what
it's
I
under the
have.
budget, so I was going to bring it up, but it's waiting for the budget.
Okay, go ahead.
So he has a salary position. So that salary will not be paid for the interim until there is a replacement found. So as of the date here, he had received 4 paychecks according to this here of $418.20. So I would assume that position would be the same rate going forward. It's an annual budget of $5,000, $5,018 annually. So we'll skip over for the month of December on that. So there will be no recording secretary salary for this month. That's one adjustment. So the town will save $418.25. We get our money's worth there. I know that there was some discussion about, him doing the agendas. To my knowledge, he was not doing the agendas in any meaningful capacity. So I don't think we're going to miss too much there. He might have helped out a little bit, but I think that we're going to have a good replacement, hopefully, and we'll be able to train that person. And I think that things can be run more efficiently is my hope for that. That's
Hang on, VC.
what else do we got? We have the typical shopper's guide stuff that comes out, and we have the year-to-date expenditures of $17,821.41. And last but not least, in terms of the minutes, I have been doing the minutes. I have been getting really rough drafts from Kevin, and I do appreciate when the staff does, meaning Cindy and Tara, come in with edits. It is helpful. The effort that we had established in the past. It seems like each month we're getting a few corrections here and there, so I would ask that people take a closer look at the edits before we finalize it. You do have the opportunity to do that. And, every month it seems like there's always corrections that are coming up to the next meeting. So I think that in order to address that, maybe we can all tighten it up a little. I mean, I'm taking the time to go through the recording. I'm writing 10 pages some months of minutes. So at minimum, maybe just, make sure that the corrections are in so that we can get it done right the first time instead of having to continue to go back each month and correct it. I know things happen, but it seems to be a little bit of a trend, so it's worth bringing up. And I think that's all I got for now.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we don't know what the interview process because of the holidays, et cetera. And I did prepare the agenda, I prepared the packets. And because of the holidays, et cetera, I had extra hours to do that. Of course, I could have taken those extra hours and used them for the job that I was hired for. So my question, if we don't have anybody in January and you have $424 in there, this packet has to be prepared, and I'm just not willing to take any more time out of the 25 hours I have. I will do extra time, but I would request being paid at least half because I won't be doing the minutes. So be paid for at least half of preparing the packets out of that budget item. And it's been done in the past, when we've been in between, I've been paid
Yeah,
in the past.
I
so-
know that.
But I would not ask for the whole thing, because I will not be doing the minutes.
I don't, I agree with you.
Okay.
That you are putting in the extra time. You got something to say?
Oh, no, it's just, well,
Oh, okay. Oh, it looked like,
oh, yeah, no.
so, in all due go ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
As a
Selectman.
staff member in your proposal, I think that's very reasonable. And I appreciate your extra hard work on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, she should get paid for
I
this
think
time.
everybody should be paid for the hard work that they do.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, unless you're like a volunteer, like.
Except me.
Except me, pretty much over this alleged 28 hours.
No, I agree because, you know.
No, I think Cindy does a lot above and beyond. And I think if this is a benefit of her position, I think that's a
Cause you,
nice gracious offer on your part, and I think applicably,
Thank
we
you.
should take care of that. Thank you.
because you also
Hmm?
have already, you haven't posted it yet, but you're going to post it for.
No, it's posted on the website.
Oh, it is posted?
Yeah, but we haven't really, I guess it was loosely posted on the website. I haven't seen it on the website yet, but that was as of today. We're gonna post it on all our outlets, and then we can get together.
Yep,
We have a plan to meet kind of
Yep.
loosely tomorrow anyway. Real quick about the budget, just be advised, we're in budget season, budget schedules have come out, Bill Steglitz emailed that out. I just want to stress to your board, be vigilant on seeing those emails and make sure that you're keeping our schedule. Other than that, that's all I got.
go ahead. Jim.
Okay, so you are looking for somebody to take Kevin Calabro's place, correct?
That would be correct, yes, the
Okay.
staff position of recording secretary.
Okay, all right. I'll wait until you have a little bit more on that.
So, no, because I'd love to comment back to you. Joan and I have had conversation, and I think it's appropriate that, a member of your board be in the interview process. I think that's a fair partnership. I hope that, you guys will see that being, reasonable and fair. And then, you know, if so the offer is made, that my office will make an offer, just like we do any staff position. But I think it'd be very nice that, you guys could give some input to that process.
Okay,
You-
because what I'm thinking, because now that the owl has finally been purchased, and that is going to make things a lot clearer and cleaner. And doing the packets and everything else, that somebody that would come in once a month to help Ryan get everything done. He's doing the agendas and everything else. That's just a thought that I have.
And I agree, and I'll
Yeah,
to
because
answer that.
Ryan is the secretary. Ryan is the one that is supposed to be doing this.
Hold on. I
and-
got this.
And having an assistant with him once a month to go over and do this and get it all correlated and everything else. Because the owl is gonna solve a lot of the problems with the recording situation.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get some clarity to the
Yeah.
thing. I will say that, myself and your chairman have been in conversation about optimizing, potentially going to an AI model. But what's good for one board has to be good for all.
Yeah.
So I think this will be probably a process where it's a learning experience initially with us. And I think I'd love to have the conversation over the next calendar year, because obviously we're gonna have to budget and rebudget for this too, if we're going to move to a more automated model. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into here about not only that technology, but technologies in addition to that, meaning software, that's going to accurately represent our recording secretaries, if we so choose to do that. Now, that being said, there is also a legal obligation to recording secretaries. Now, I have contacted the town's attorney today regarding the legality in the bias of having a board member be a recording secretary versus a paid position. And I have not gotten
Response.
a hard and fast response on that. All the research that I can find is that it is I'll say that at the least rather inappropriate, because there could be transcribed as biased given into opinion of many meeting minutes by an elected board and commission. And that's why in the past, from what I've seen past practice, we've used recording secretaries. But that being said, I haven't gotten a hard and fast on our town's attorney about that yet. So before we say yes or no, it is being talked about between myself and John. And it's definitely something that I would love to explore to be more efficient and more fiscally responsible as a town. But we have to do it for the right reason, in the right time, and the right steps have to be followed. Because I don't want to, like I said, show, being partial to your board saying, yeah, I can do this, and then other boards can't and whatnot. So there's a lot of things from a legality standpoint that we have to work through. So.
But yeah, no,
I-
I understand all that. I just
Yeah.
yeah.
Because in theory, the owl may be a replacement for the actual physical recording,
Yeah.
because technology has moved ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Since these things are written.
Absolutely.
You know, we may not have been able to anticipate that.
And the other thought that we had too is that, and John and I spoke about it, is that maybe we'll still keep a recording secretary, but now that recording secretary's duty would only be to record, take the AI transcript, make sure that it's done, and then submit it to us. Because that's still, even though we're using an AI model or a software to that, there's still some incurred time to go over and double check that. So there was a thought there too, that maybe if we couldn't get rid of the bias of getting rid of a recording secretary, we would change that job description and subsequently reduce the hours potentially by half, and then be a little bit more responsible there. So just to let you guys know, I know you guys brought that up. I very much appreciate that. And we're definitely gonna look into it and go down that road. Is it gonna be overnight? It isn't. But I think as we use this device, which hopefully will be good to use this device at our next PZC meeting, and subsequently potentially other boards too, we can kind of, for lack thereof a better term, work the kinks out and get used to the technology. And then once everybody is used to said technology, maybe we'll invest in a couple more, maybe we'll move to a software system in the future. And then obviously we're gonna plan for that within training and budget and legality side.
To piggyback off of what you just said, the owl has always gonna have updates. And we automatically will get the updates.
Yep.
So if there is any change, like an AI.
Which AI is
Right.
so rapidly fast.
But we don't
expanding.
know exactly when this has happened, but at least the door has been opened
Yes.
for us to go how to do all of this stuff. And that's what the whole key was. That's what the intent was from the beginning.
Love it.
Was to get this, helping us to make it better, be more transparent to the community. Because, you know how it is.
Yep, I definitely welcome innovation and I appreciate the intent. And we'll be looking into it and if anybody wants to have conversation out of a P&Z meeting regarding technology and how we're gonna move forward in AI technology, my office is open. I am probably here 60 hours a week, maybe more. So you're more than happy to call me, text me, email me, come see me.
Bring 'em a
We
cup
can
of
talk
coffee.
about it.
It keeps
A
them
huge,
going.
a gallon jug of coffee. But normally I'm
But
here
it does
a
come
lot.
down to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to bridge the gap in communication.
Love it, and I love that
And,
you're taking that.
and the whole thing behind, that's the whole thing, and we're not gonna really get rid of a recording secretary because he's still gonna need some help. She's gonna need some help with a lot of stuff. So if we got that money and we can disperse it a little bit instead of losing it, it's the best thing, and we can justify it.
Yep, I
You
agree.
know, you know
I
what
just
I mean?
wanted to thank Nick too for all the time he's been putting in and his leadership, because it's been really strong and it's been a very noticeable change from the past. So I do appreciate
I'm
that.
sure the bags under my eyes measured the hard work.
I get it.
It's been,
Get it.
yeah.
It's,
Mr.
it's
Chairman.
very well.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Parodi Brown has his hand up.
Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Mr. Chairman, if appropriate, I would move to authorize, one half of the recording secretary's January salary to be given to the CEO for her work on preparing the packet for the January meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion made by Mr. Parodi Brown to pay Ms. Dunn, our CEO, half of the allotment of the recording secretary, and it was seconded by Ryan. Are there any other comments or anything, discussion? If not, we start with you, Dan.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Dave Plesky, yes.
Ryan Canor, yes.
Mike Vogel, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Ray Williams, yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levak, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
John B. Linky, yes, unanimous. Now we go over to the planner.
Oh, well, we.
Finally got to you.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Merry Christmas. I have virtually nothing to tell you. Toy drives are all done. Ask me anything wrapped up. I did create I'll call it a translation rather than a transcript of the comments received. It is posted on the planning and development page. The folks working on the potential Citizens Academy for next week are gonna start talking about that after the holidays to maybe roll that out. And hopefully planning and zoning will be one of the topics that's covered in that. And obviously we did not have a subcommittee meeting in December to discuss your annual update. It is unclear to me after the last meeting if that is something you still wish to do. If it is something that you wish to do, I would recommend, if you want to keep to your same schedule of getting that done, accepted for public hearing in January to vote on in February. I would recommend scheduling a subcommittee on the first Wednesday of January, which is the 7th, but that is at your discretion. I am available to host one.
Wednesday, the 7th.
Subcommittee.
Yeah, geez,
That'd be in for 10 minutes.
yeah.
I won't be able to do it.
Wednesday, oh, that's the one down in,
Wednesday, or Thursday, Wednesday, the
Oh,
7th.
Wednesday.
that's the one down in Middletown, right? No, what's the one that's coming up in Middletown? That's in
Wednesday.
March.
Wednesday, the 7th,
Subcommittee.
just a date we're suggesting for a
Subcommittee.
subcommittee meeting, if the
Okay, I
commission
got ahead
wishes
of
to
you.
continue working on the annual update.
That's the Republican Town Committee.
Okay, so you guys do
The
have a
7th.
conflict.
Yes.
All right, so
Right, Nick? 7th?
That is correct,
Yes, yes, 7th.
I can do the 8th as well.
I can't do the 8th.
That's up to you guys, but I am available to host one.
Anything after that is zero.
I can do, yes, I can doodle poll if that's what you guys want.
Is that gonna be Zoom or
It would be Zoom.
okay,
Be Zoom.
love it.
It's better to do the
I agree.
subcommittees,
I agree.
you know what I mean?
disagree.
I like in-person ones personally.
Well, that could change.
So I will doodle poll it to see how many of the commissioners are available on the 8th of January.
Very reasonable.
Oh, actually, I can make it the 8th. Okay. My
Wednesday,
usual 8th meeting
January.
was changed to the 7th, so.
We're talking 7 o'clock, January what?
7th, 8th.
8th, Thursday, the 8th.
Make sure you write down 2026.
Oh,
I got January, so.
Anything else you have to say?
No, holidays are as sort of slow for that kind of thing for me as other things. Obviously, we're working on the big grant contract still. I am hopeful to have one or both of the multi-million-dollar grants, contracts in hand by, well, I'd like to say end of calendar year, but let's say within 30 days. I did speak to DECD's attorney today at some length. I believe we are coming to resolution. The assignment of lien agreement for Belding Corticelli was filed on the land records today, so that will enable Robert to move forward with his foreclosure process on the current owner. And St. Joseph's School has an accepted offer on their sale, although I do not believe they yet have an executed purchase and sale.
Well, that's good.
still great news.
Yeah, that thing
Well, yes,
flew off the shelves,
Love
as
it.
they would say.
Love it.
Is there any other details on the grants? You said the one for DECD and
Well, they're both DECD grants.
And what were the amounts on them?
The older one is the 2.3 million brownfield grant, so that would be coming up on 5 years since our notification of award. That was actually the one that I spoke to the attorney about today, and we've just been hung up on some little details. I think he and I came to an agreement, so I'm hoping now that we'll get that within 30 days. And then the other is the 4-ish million, just over 4 million for Main Street reconstruction and all the related stuff there. That I do expect within 30 days because that was a much simpler. We own all the properties involved, so there was no complicating factors there. And I've given them all the documentation they need, so we should be good there. We did award the contract for the additional architectural services. Was it this week? Last week. To Silver Petrocelli, who did the original architectural drawings for the first half of that project, essentially. So they will continue. By the time the contract is signed, I should be able to start paying them. They are preparing a contract for me right now. Silver Petrocelli is preparing their contract for services for me right now. And once we have that, they'll be off to the races to do the interior design on floors 2 and 3. And then we should be able to go out to bid on that at some point this year and finish that construction. So lots of stuff
So
happening.
65 Main's covered in that 4 million for Main Street reconstruction.
Correct.
Stuff. And is the LLC, it's because it's structured as a nonprofit, right?
That is correct.
Is that still in your name or is that?
It is in my name for the time being. We have, I'm actually probably going to be seeking a grant from the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut for capacity building to actually build out the board with a permanent board. There are costs associated with that process. So, but I've spoken to the Community Foundation and we have a path forward. So there's a grant there that I will likely submit by mid-January to try to fund that so that I can no longer be a placeholder in that 501c3.
I think that's a good idea, just because that could be construed as a conflict at some point, so you probably should get that out.
Yeah, I believe me, I have no desire to be the permanent.
And we're working towards
Chairman
that. I am
board there.
the vice chair to that board, and that's something we're actively working on. It's a bit of a process.
So it might be good for taxes this year.
It may be.
I'm not counting that.
Anything else you need to have? Because everything else looks good. I know Bob was here today, Robert was here today for the Bell and Corticelli and all that stuff.
That was the filing
looks like
of the agreement on the.
Once he gets that, because I talked to him for a few minutes after her and he's ready to go. He wants to jump in there now if he could, but.
Love his energy.
I do. I mean, for what he's doing, hey, in the next 3 years, 4 tops, we're gonna have something that's really gonna help us, to get more small business in where we're not gonna be losing some here and there. I'm glad he just came along, that's all, you know what I mean? Yeah, I had my doubts in the beginning, but yeah, he did win me over. It takes a lot.
And this TikTok channel is rather entertaining, too, but you guys can research that on your own.
It's a great project.
All right, now, thank you, Ms. Kira. Go ahead.
I've got a question about them. I'm not sure if I understood, if I read it right. Them, the 2 nonprofits that are going into 65 Main. Did it say something about $4,000 or something like that a year for rent?
I don't think we've discussed who is definitively going to occupy that space. I don't think anything.
I bet I know what you
So-
saw, Ray. I will bet that you saw the original project concept report that I prepared for the Turtle Lot Trust, where we were proposing general like fees and structures for how it would run later.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet you anything that's what you saw.
It could have been. I thought I read something. I just wanted, somebody taking over, nonprofit and everything. I just hope they pay enough money for rent to cover the electricity and the heat and stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, right now we are the not, like Nick and I are the not, and like 4 other people, including your son-in-law, actually. Yes, right now we are a placeholder board while we continue to sort of legitimize and find people who will be the permanent board moving forward to really make that, because it is not a good idea for me to be splitting my focus that way. It's, I have to shepherd it through to a certain point because obviously it's my project, but my intention has always been to hand that to people who do that for a living and to make sure that that succeeds.
And I think that publicly, the plan is for that to be self-sustaining, but.
That's what I'm doing, just
Yeah.
don't wanna see the
Yeah.
Well,
town
that was the
taxpayers
original
paying for
plan.
somebody.
And we're moving forward to that. We've partnered with different
That was
agencies,
the original.
business associations, stuff like that. So I think we have a rough idea of where we want to see it go, but we still got a ways to go before it's actually moving ready. So but it's moving in a positive forward direction. And yes, the plan is for that to be self-sustaining and not be a suck on the town. To clarify.
And just before we move on to the next agenda item, Ryan Crone dialed back in and he did drop in the chat that everything is working now, so he should be able to respond.
Well,
So I
when
guess
we
if it
come up
comes
to the
under
next
old
item, he
business,
can-
he is
Yeah,
available.
long as he hears us now, when we get to it, we're almost there anyway.
We got you, Ryan.
CEO, you're up.
I have nothing under the report.
Okay,
Everything I have to say was in my memo. Good.
all right, we got number 10, correspondence, which brings us to the Town of Webster Planning and Board notice. And B, if you want, I'm not gonna read the planning board notice. It seems like we're not getting anywhere with that, but anyway, on B, resignation letter. And I have it right here that was handed in from Kevin Calabro to the planning and zoning. He's got department, it should be commission, so wherever it says department, I'll say commission. Is that okay?
I mean, you can read it as it was.
Okay,
It
I'll
doesn't
read it.
change the nature of his
Okay,
resignation. You can read whatever you want.
I am writing to formally resign from my position as recording secretary for the planning and zoning department, effective 11/24/25. My family and I will be moving out of state, and unfortunately, this relocation requires me to step down from my role. I am sincerely grateful for the opportunity to work with you in the department. Serving as recording secretary has been a rewarding experience. I truly appreciate your support, guidance, and professionalism. I have enjoyed being part of the important work the department accomplishes for our community. To ensure a smooth transition, I organize my files and insist in any way I can before my departure. Thank you again for your opportunity to be part of the team. I wish you and the department continued success. Regards, Kevin Calabro. Now we got that in. What's that? We're on to number 11, signing of the Mylar requires a roll call vote. P and Z C 2538, applicant Greg Shea, property owner of 0 Red Bridge Road, map 24, block 99, lot 7A, zone RRAD, 2.00 acres, requests a 2-lot subdivision according to the subdivision regulations, Article 3. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to have the chairman sign PZC 2538.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, we move on to vote. You are first, Ray.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Mike Oakley, yes.
Ryan Murray, yes.
Dave Paplowski, yes.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Guys, all Levesque,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
John B. Lincoln, unanimous. On to old business, number 12. 41 Hill Road.
Hello,
Go ahead.
I gotcha.
Yes,
Hi.
you do.
Yep, sorry about that. I wasn't sure where we were. I was having problems getting in.
Application.
So I know I've probably got more I got to fill out on that home occupation permit. And I wanted to address, I don't think we finalized any paperwork on making sure that what we cleaned up for our wetlands violation was good to go. I don't know if that pertains to you guys at all, but I wanted to address that as well and make sure I've got my ducks in a row at least to close out that. Or
Yeah,
do I need to just contact Margaret?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as the home occupation permit, do I have to basically start from scratch to do anything at the yard there?
You want me to answer that question?
yes, but I need to say one thing.
Okay.
It was, he was supposed to receive a letter or whatever to go from, to change it to a neighborhood
Limited enterprise.
limited, and, oh, that's a mouthful.
That was my initial request.
I'm just making sure, so it takes him away from the home occupancy, correct? Don't give me that one.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to say about this.
Well,
What my comments tonight are sort of useless now because the application is here. As I said, when you accepted the application to hear it in January, I need to review this whole application and to what he wants to do out there. I still go by the 7 points I wrote to him in my email dated December 5th. And I have to review it and I will bring my recommendation into the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on January 26th. Having my review. That's all I have to say about it.
Thank you. There's been a material change, so now we're gonna deal with it, that's all.
do you understand that?
Somewhat. There's been a material change. Was that towards me or?
No, I'm just saying you put the application in, so now it's a change. That's basically what Cindy was just saying.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's a change
Then
to
on that,
all
on that
fire
list,
streets because you
on
put
that,
the-
on that list, it said I had to go back to like the Board of Health, the soil testing, all that stuff. But
No,
okay.
I,
Or we'll start with the application and see from there. But I'll be honest, I might be moving to Putnam at this point, but I gotta see. I gotta see if that's a definite or not. I'm not sure yet. So.
anything until the stuff is.
So I guess my next question is to the Planning and Zoning Commission members. Do you want to just totally ignore the draft cease and desist letter on the
Yes,
home
Yes.
occupation?
yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
all I need to know. I have to review this application. I will get back to you. Ryan.
that's the consensus.
yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Hang on, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah.
Michael, you okay with that? So, Dave,
Yes.
Dan? Yeah. Ryan?
Yes, I think he does a good job.
Well, we.
Thank you.
To vote on something right now?
No. I'm
No,
getting
getting a
consensus.
consensus.
No, we're not going to discuss why I put 41 Hill Road on the agenda. Because I gave him a copy of my draft cease and desist letter on the home occupation. But because the application came in, that sort of voids all that.
That's the material
It's a
change.
mute,
So the
it's a mute
consensus-
point.
Make sure.
It's moved.
It's moot, but the consensus is that we're gonna give him the opportunity if he wants to come in and further pursue it. That gives you that option, sir.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'd like
Because we
a,
really, we really can't do nothing, so to speak, it's like it's in limbo, so to, you know, because you were under, what I
I'll
read.
I'll know by the end of February exactly what direction I'm headed in. Hopefully before that, but we'll see. But I gotta get my business under some sort of roof at this point.
I understand that. I'm just looking at is to see, you know, from my point of view is, I would like you to really consider it. To do the neighborhood.
Limited enterprise.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
But,
I
it,
gotcha.
and my feeling is that I think it is your best move to do that if you want, if to stay in town as a businessman and everything. All Ms. Dunn did was bring some concerns because your original, application you did was under, home occupancy and, you know, and all that stuff. So because of your growth, from what I see, you know, we're just trying to, you go
Yeah.
down, it'll make it better for you in the long run, you know, and because of how your growth. Everybody has growth. So in my opinion, I just feel that I think I would appreciate you considering this. And, you know, and sitting down with the CEO and get it hashed out, you know.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay, hang on.
Well, I'm in limbo myself. So,
Go, Dave, go ahead.
Cindy, do we put a time frame to this because he's in violation of the home walk and we just did nothing so he's saying February, which is fine, I can understand that. But do we put a commitment of February before we take other action? Because he's in violation of the home walk, right? We can
So-
all agree on that.
Yeah.
He's in violation of it.
Right, so if the violation letter went out, he had 30 days to respond to me, or he could he can appeal my decision to the zoning board of appeals, so
Yep.
that extends it another 2 months.
Yep.
That would be his choice. My feeling is if a decision isn't made by January 26th, because of the violations against the home occupation permit, that he needs to cease and desist if something doesn't happen on January. Something positive doesn't happen for his business, which is a great business.
Yeah.
And he's done wonders, wonderful, you know, up until the wetlands issue, and now he wants to expand it. Never had any complaints about his business, but it's getting to the point where there are too many violations against the home occupation permit.
Did you say
I just-
January 26th?
That's the next night of the next meeting,
Okay.
January 26th.
Go ahead, Dave.
And Ryan, it's just a set definition for you, and so you understand where we're coming from too. So you know that there's a time limit on this, right? You can't go to.
oh, yes.
So,
No, and I understand from both sides, and you know, I'm not asking for any favors. I'll be honest, I never thought the business was going to turn into having 8 guys. So, I stand somewhat a little unprepared myself to kind of get used to that size, and I've fallen behind on getting, I think, myself in the right location or the right setup. So you know, these violations and what you guys are giving me does not surprise me, but if I can try to have just that, you know, until January 26th to try to figure stuff out in a little more depth, I mean, that works for me.
yeah, I personally just want to see you succeed, so.
No, I appreciate that.
And Ryan, did you know what the cost is and stuff? You have a handle on that? You understand what the permit?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay, great.
So, I guess
It's
let's,
January, right? We came to an agreement or whatever, it's,
January, you've got until the January meeting.
yeah.
okay.
There was a complaint from the neighbor, right, saying.
Yeah,
truck
recent,
started
yes.
That's what-
At 6 AM.
This is what sparked it,
Right,
okay? And because of that, she's doing her job,
I get.
and
I
it's
get
not
all
his
that.
fault.
I get all that. And
We
I'm-
were willing to work with him and have it changed to that neighborhood limited enterprise, which would have benefited him in the long run. In my opinion, okay, to give you what I feel would be right. Go ahead, Michael.
He has until January 26th to do what? Let's be specific what he has to have done by January 26th.
Can I answer that? By
Yes, go
January
ahead.
26th, he and I have to meet, we have to go over the regulations for our neighborhood limited enterprise. That is my review. And depending on his answers, will depend on my recommendation to the commission that he qualifies for neighborhood limited enterprise or not. And then the decision is yours according to your zoning regulations.
You understand that?
That sounds fair to me.
Does that answer your question, Mike?
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, that's why I said, as long as you understand that, that's what we're trying to strive here. Thank you, Michael. All right, any other comments or anything?
Yeah, I go.
Go ahead.
Well, the business that he has and what he pays for taxes in town, I'm probably more talking as a citizen, but I'd like to see him be able to put his garage up over on that property and stay in this town and keep putting the taxes here instead of moving to Putnam.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. Okay, I went by there today. I
I've been
did.
by there in the morning listening to the vehicles and you can barely hear them at the road.
Well, I was looking at it from the road where he has everything parked. And all the vehicles, including the personnel, okay? I'm sitting in the road with my truck and I'm looking down over my left. And my perception of depth perception is still good. Everything that he has is at least 200 feet away from the road. Plus, he's got the big trees, he's got this, he got that. Now, we could probably make some concession to him or recommendation if he puts up a certain size fence, 8-footer or whatever, which will create a block off, a buffer. You know, I mean, all the possibilities there. I don't want to see him have to pick up and move and find out, oh, he goes to Putnam or here. He could be in a worse situation. So why don't we work with him to the best of our ability? And you got till January, you know. Does it have to be January, Ms. Dunn?
Yes, it's that serious, yes.
Okay, all right. Do you
The
understand that?
violations are that serious.
Ryan, do you understand that?
Yes, yep, January 26th.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is what we just said is that we're getting.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're saying. And I know I'm in violation of that home occ and I would have to switch over to the tongue twister there, the limited.
Yeah. You'd be better off eating a mouthful of ice cream than try to say that.
If it
Yeah.
complies with all regulations,
But-
it's
Yeah,
all
but
regulations.
the, but
I mean,
the
on
other,
the neighborhood limited enterprise.
under the limited neighborhood enterprise,
Limited neighborhood enterprise.
there you go. There are when you sit down with Cynthia, she's gonna give you all the whole enchilada stuff. So you can be able, so it'll help benefit you in whatever way that would be helpful to you. That's the
Okay.
best way I want to put it to you.
Okay. Nope, that sounds
I
fair.
don't want to see you go to Putnam.
And I agree with Ray and
I
John.
I
I know
understand.
the trucks they're not that loud in the morning. I drive by there a lot. I live very close by and I've never seen a problem and I've seen, you know, the work firsthand done. And he does a very, very good job and he's very professional. So it would be a disaster to have a good.
Well,
He did get business of the year a couple of years ago, didn't
It would have had to have been more than 6 years ago. It hasn't been any time that recently, I can tell you that.
But it's, you know, it's a give and
Yeah, what
take. You know, I'm just saying, I like to have him stay.
Oh, yes.
And, you know,
We would all like to have him stay.
yeah, sure. He's an asset for the town in the long run. Plus, by living in this town, when the town of Thompson the garage needs an extra a guy to help take some trees down our roads. We got a guy that's in town. See, and that to me is a benefit.
It's a good example of over regulations pushing people out, businesses away. And again, that's a very good
What's
job of that. Like your
Yeah, go ahead.
So, it's good.
Make a note, Mike Krugel is leaving at 8:48.
8:48.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You too, Michael.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Okay. Now, we go to 13A, road maintenance, bond release for the Valley Construction Subdivision Donovan Drive.
You want me to take it on?
Take a run.
All right, so he has a $30,000 dollar bond, which is required by the zoning regulations, excuse me, subdivision regulations. And it can be, and he has had that for a year. And Joe, Joseph, the DPW director, wrote a letter. I think most of you got the letter. If you
Yep.
don't have it, I have a copy, but I can read it to you. I did a final inspection of dear planning and zoning commission members. I did a final inspection of 22 catch basins, 3 outfalls, runoff, guardrails, asphalt, and line of sights. I found everything to meet or exceed the as-built plans provided by J&D Civil Engineers. I believe Donovan Drive meets the standards to be approved for the bond to be released. So I just need a vote to have him release the bond, $30,000 bond. Do you need a copy of this letter?
No, but I have a question about that.
Yes.
What about the cul-de-sac? That hasn't been put in yet, so we have to have a bond on that for when he does the rest of his paving and up on that other.
Well, there's more than that $30,000
Yeah.
bond in place. This is just for road maintenance. But there are other bonds in place for the project.
You're talking the,
Donovan Drive.
yes, the offshoot
Yeah.
section,
Yeah, the offshoot construction, there are still bond, it's still bond, there's still
Okay.
bonding on that.
okay.
And I have all copies of that in the file.
Answer my question.
Okay,
You all set?
Yep.
I make a motion to release the bond to La Valley Construction in regards to the subdivision,
road
Donovan Drive.
maintenance.
Road
bond.
maintenance bond
Yes.
for Donovan Drive.
I'll second that.
Ray seconds it. Ready? No other, words or anything?
No, that's
Okay,
it.
so we'll go to a vote. Ray, we'll start with you.
Ray Williams, yes.
Jane Salsa, yes.
Brian Canary, yes.
Dave Plesky, yes.
Dan Bennett, yes.
Kaiser,
Kaiser Levesque, yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
John B. Linky, yes. It's unanimous since Mike Flugel left at 8:48. All right, off to the next one. Review of the ZBA applications, none. ZBA minutes, I guess we got none because there was no
No,
meeting.
there was been soon.
Okay,
They had a meeting.
Yeah, we just have.
They
wasn't much.
They have,
No.
they have very light, meeting. minutes.
All right, we go to number 15, citizen comments. Anybody in the in-house got their hand up?
I do not see any hands up in the Zoom room yet, but I would give them another minute or so.
I was just gonna suggest that.
Say there
Okay.
are no online.
Okay, next one up is commissioner comments.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoop.
Sally has her hand up late. Here we go. Sally, you're up.
There.
Go ahead, Sally.
You have a minute, Sally?
Go ahead, Ms. White.
There we go.
Sally, you're still on mute.
Hello, everyone. Sally White, 308 East Thompson Road. The two things, one is each time you've talked about things being developed, it has made me wonder if these parcels have been adequately reviewed as to whether there are any early sites present. And I realize that should be the responsibility of the Conservation Commission. But I'm curious as to whether that is being carried out, because there are a lot of early sites places in Thompson and certainly in the aquatic area, often sometimes near water. And we've already lost quite a few of them unnecessarily, tragically. So that's been a concern. And then I also wanted to ask if you could please in the future with your meetings and your devices, if the camera could capture the commission members. The meetings are meant so that we can see all of you commissioners and watch you interact and so forth. And if you watch other towns or states or federal government, you'll see that that is what you're supposed to be able to observe. I don't need to see the people in the audience other than when they get up to speak. Hopefully they will come forward and use a mic, and then it's nice to see them. But we need to see all the commissioners via the camera, if you would, please.
Ms. White, I'm gonna explain this to you one more time. The owl has been purchased, but we had some technical problems to get it through to us. It has been delivered. We're waiting on the rep from Owl Labs that represents this area to come down and help us set up, because we have to figure out, he has to show us how we can do this, this, and this. So that's gonna take at least, we got Christmas, we got New Year's, where we were planning on hoping we had it a couple weeks ago, we would have used it tonight. But now we're not gonna be able to do it because we have to do a test run. What we want to do, so we have to invite the IT tech for the town of Thompson, and then everybody that's gonna be involved using it will be using it. And this camera here this thing does 360, catches the voice and all this other stuff. And if you want to see what this product looks like it has been mentioned for the last 9 months, go to owllabs.com, punch it up, and you can see what this, and it's the Owl 4 Plus. That's the top of the line, and that's what was purchased. We purchased it through the planning and zoning, so it would benefit us. So majority of us will not be hearing what you just said, because a lot of us, we understand, they got the old technology, it shoots one way. This here puts it in the middle, right where his mic is or whatever, and it'll do the whole room. Whoever's speaking, it picks them up and it goes right to that voice, whoever it is. So that is gonna be, hopefully it'll be set up by next month's meeting of the PNC. Is that okay with Is that okay with you?
So I'm a little perplexed. Will it not have a constant panorama of the commission members?
It will.
It will.
I just said that to you.
Well, you said it will go to the voice. So
That's what it does. It's designed to sit in the middle and whoever is speaking, but it also picks up and it'll show if we want to. That's why we need that tech from Owl to show how it can be set up into a laptop, so it shows all the members. But what it does is whoever starts to speak, that individual ends up in the middle, or it pulls that one out.
okay. Well, you can still see everybody else. All right, I see.
This is what we've been saying right along, especially me. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why, because we have the citizens that saying they only can see what you just said, it points in one, that's not our fault. So we had to upgrade, or we pursued a newer technology to try to be more transparent to the citizens.
John.
Go ahead.
Sally,
No,
everything that you need will be done with this new owl. You're gonna see us, you're gonna hear us. It is going to make it like you're in the room with us, Sally.
Correct. Well,
I also think it's a really good point she brings up about the early sites. That should be something that we probably should think about more when we're looking at properties around the area. I don't know, Sally, if you've ever talked to the Historical Society about any of these locations, but that might be worth doing. I think it's a good point. So
Okay.
Thank you for that.
anybody else, Ms. Tara?
No, I have nothing, and we're in citizens' comments now anyway, but Valerie.
Yes, I know that. Is Valerie got her hand up?
She just put her hand up.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Clark.
Valerie Clark, Elm Road. So two things. The Conservation Commission is I believe, the correct commission in town to address items like early sites. And I believe that from time to time, they are involved in some of the wetlands applications, and I'm not sure what the pass is from P and Z to conservation. So that would be interesting to hear about. And then I know that OWL has been discussed a lot. I believe it has been discussed more and presented with the links and things like that more at Board of Finance than here. So if folks haven't heard that, I certainly don't recall hearing the link being listed in a P&Z meeting. So thank you for giving that out.
We did what we had to do. It was just, you know, I don't know what else to say, but all I know is it's here. And we're just waiting on the rep. That's the best I can say. So it's gonna be till next month on the P and Z meeting we'll be the, what do you call it? When they have a new show, the first day, first time.
Unveiling.
The
Thank you.
unveiling.
Right, so you'll get to see it then. Okay, unless we might have with the board of first selectman and I, we're gonna have to get together. That's the other thing I wanted to bring up to you is that maybe we should have a small demonstration
Do a
among,
Facebook Live event like I do, you know. every
No,
week.
no,
We'll
I
talk
mean-
about that.
yeah, if you want, or do the other thing, so.
Okay.
With that there said, is there you have any other comment, Ms. Clark? No, she's out.
Other than to welcome Dr. Thank you, Ms. Penn, for pointing that out. Dr. Parodi Brown, welcome back.
Plus, we also have another one, he won't be able to begin until after tomorrow. But that's Steve Nicholson. Okay, number 17.
No, 16, commissioners' comments.
Oh, Commissioner comments, I'm sorry. I wanted to get ahead.
It's your
Go-
time to
I-
shine, guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is to Tira.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to know where you stand. A couple of months ago, Russ had brought something up about your contract and what you were required to complete in order to fulfill the contract. And I wanted to know where you are on that because the training classes, the planning certifications, grant writing, P&Z, DEEP, Browning. Was in your contract, and the last 3 administrations did not follow up on it at all. So I wanted to know what has been completed.
So what is in my original hire agreement is that I would seek AICP certification. I am not able to seek AICP certification for another year. As a person without a bachelor's degree or prior experience, I cannot take the test until I am 8 years on the job. So that would be in April of 2027 would be 8 years on the job. And after that, I will be able to take the certificate.
Oh, I understand that, but I have a copy of your contract here. That's why I'm asking you. Your planning certification, the APA, have you completed that?
I can't complete that because I'm not qualified to take the test.
Is that the
So
AIC one you were just talking about?
AICP, yes.
Okay, all right, and you've done the grant writing, because obviously we know you are an amazing grant writer. I hear that all the time.
Tenacious.
Yeah, so yeah, the certification for that.
I'm not even aware that there is a certification for grant writing. People just write grants.
No, I believe that there is. I knew some grant writers and they had to get some things. The EDC, you've done the FOIA housing stuff.
All those, yeah.
And the DEEP, Brownfield Fair Housing, etc.
I attend those regularly.
Okay, because it was in the contract, and I'm disappointed that the past administrations haven't followed up on it. Because if it was in the corporate world, it would be a mess without fulfilling the contract requirements.
Well, I serve at the pleasure of the Board of Selectmen and. if
Yeah, and I'll
they
speak to that because
decide-
I am the appointing authority here in the town hall,
Yes.
regardless of people's opinions here. I will say this is a staff position, and I think what we just outlined, quite frankly, is that you don't have 8 years on the job, so how can you test for from what I see seemingly, and I haven't dug into this contract, but I will say, if there's an 8-year minimum that you need to fulfill the test, we're not there yet. So we can't necessarily have that conversation. I'd be more than happy to look at the contract and the details of that contract. And go over that personally as a appointing authority in our HR assistant. But I think in regards to this, if we can point out specific fact in whatnot, let's stick to that. But I think furthermore is rather inappropriate to speculate at this time, and I don't have that right in front of me. But I do respect your opinion and the board of commission, but I also respect the role and the position of our town employees. And due to that, I think noted, but
No, it had been brought to the attention, and that's why, because I know in the corporate world, if you don't fulfill your contract, you're out. But I'm not looking at that. I just wanted to know what she has completed, because we had to complete certain courses and everything else in order to.
Elected
say
officials
yes.
and appointed officials
Yes.
in a municipality are
Yes.
held to different rules and
Yes.
standards.
Yeah.
So I will say that we do also have to have that into consideration. But I'm more than happy to look into it and have a conversation. And I appreciate it. And that's all I have to comment on that. Thank
And
you
to
for your
be
strong
clear,
work.
there is no legal requirement for the planner being AICP certified. That is perfectly fine with me if the Board of Selectmen still wishes to pursue those terms and they believe that it is more beneficial that I seek that certification. When I am able to do so and be tested, I will do so. As I have pointed out in the past, that benefits me far more than it benefits the town, because it makes me a more valuable person to shop myself around. And the town gets the benefit of my work and experience, whether I have that certification or not. So that is an ongoing discussion between me and the body which hired me, which was the Board of Selectmen. But I do appreciate that you are concerned about my certification.
Well, no, it is contractual. That's the concern that I have, because I used to be in the corporate world as well, and contracts have to be followed. And I just wanted to know how far you had gotten along. So that was
6.5
just
years into an 8-year waiting period.
Yeah, that's just brought it to the attention, and because the last 3 administrations did not follow up.
Okay. Well, this administration is running a tight ship, and what was isn't, and
Yes.
you have my my vow to you that there will be accountability, but in turn, we will also be supporting employees in
Oh, yes.
recognizing the hard work that
Yes.
they do.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I just had one thing here real quick. I think that, I've said it before, I think Nick's doing a really great job. I really enjoy the videos that are coming out and the transparency and the leadership that's being shown. I do think that, at some point, probably all of the mess that he inherited.
Yeah.
Prior administration, it is a mess, and I
Yes.
feel for him.
Every day is a new day.
Every day is a new day.
But you know what? We're gonna get through it together as a team, as a town hall,
Yep.
as our boards, as our commission, between staff and elected. We are a team, regardless of party affiliation. We are,
Party affiliation stays out there.
absolutely, we are a team that's gonna drive this town forward through positivity, through transparency. And I just wanna say thank you for the recognition, and I really wish strong ties with my office and your board moving forward. And I really encourage and thank the hard work that you guys put in every month. Cindy, Tira, your entire board, thank you. I wish you a happy holiday, and keep up the good work.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna send out some.
You're gonna have to get
correspondence.
me a better cushion for that chair.
I'm gonna send out some correspondence in between the next meeting on the HB 802 and the cannabis stuff that I've been
okay.
researching, so I'll send
That-
out a separate email.
That's next
Not for
year's
tonight.
project.
It's not for.
I'm saying, I'm putting it off till next year. I know it's around the corner, but we'll get to that January, February and stuff like that.
Motion to adjourn.
Next meeting, Monday, January 26th, 2026, Thompson Town Hall, Merrill Snee Room, 815 Riverside Drive. Number 18, who makes the motion to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn.
I'll
Right.
second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pass.
Good holiday,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, everyone.
Everybody have.
Happy
Mr.
holidays, Merry Christmas.
Mr.
Merry
Brown.
Christmas.